Hey, where are you rushing to?
I just have so much to do, so much to fix.
How about slowing down for a second? I know your mind has been racing all day with worries about what needs to get done and what you need to do next.
But there's just so much. I don't know if I can keep up.
Just relax for a moment. You're always doing. Just sit with me for a second and do nothing. That was nice, wasn't it?
Thank you. I've been rushing through life, trying to escape this pain. But I never realized I was running away from you too.
You know you don't have to carry everything on your own. Check in with me throughout the day. I'm always here for you. Be still more and know that I am God. Let me carry some of that burden for you. When life feels overwhelming, it's natural to wonder how long you'll be stuck in darkness. You might find yourself asking, how many more days will I carry this heaviness? And I understand that feeling all too well. In those painful moments, it's easier to desire an escape from it than it is to be still and remain present with it. And that's what can make healing incredibly challenging and uncomfortable, especially when you're unaware of what's causing your pain. Many of us don't realize this, but we play a big part in how much we suffer. A lot of our suffering is self-inflicted. Perhaps you've drowned yourself in self-help books, YouTube videos, or spiritual content, hoping for that one piece of advice that will end your suffering. I took that path too, and while I gained a wealth of knowledge, I eventually realized I was sometimes using it to distract myself from truly confronting my pain. Because after a while, I knew exactly what these self-help people were going to tell me, yet I still looked as if I didn't have the answers. And you're probably the same way. If someone was going through what you may be going through, you probably have the right words and great advice for them because you have consumed so much information. But for some reason, you may not apply it to your own life. But that goes to show a great example of the saying, it's easier said than done, and how understanding something intellectually is different from trusting and knowing it to be true with your heart. I know you have heard this many times, but you have to accept where you are right now. You may not like where you are right now, and the only thing you dream about is being free from it. But you'll never make any progress without accepting what's going on now. Accepting where you are now doesn't mean you have to stay that way forever. Many have that false belief that acceptance will trap them in their current state, but the opposite is true. And when we approach these moments of acceptance, these are the moments where it's helpful to remember what God tells us about being still. Be still and know that I am God. This call to stillness is an invitation to slow down and trust in God's timing and wisdom. It's in this stillness that we can find true acceptance, strength, and peace. And finding stillness in the heart is very simple. Now, if you're overstimulated or have a habit of always feeling the need to always do something, it may be challenging in the beginning because the mind will race. But stick with it. All you do is nothing. It's the release of doing. It's coming to the realization that right now is where you are and it's all you have. And it's not a mental activity, so watch out for the mind trying to figure out how this should feel or how it should be. I would focus my attention on the body or heart rather than the mind, because the body is present, and whatever is present right now has to be accepted. And this acceptance allows you to slow down. Every time you feel like you have to rush, let that be your sign to slow down, because rushing through healing or life gets you nowhere, because you can only exist in the present moment. When you rush, where are you trying to go? The future paradise you escape to in your mind isn't real. The past is unchangeable. Now is the only moment that truly exists. Now is what lasts forever. No matter how hard you try, Your body will remain in the present, and you'll never get to the future. No matter how much you desire to get to tomorrow, tomorrow will never come. So stop trying to rush to places you can never get to. Trying to rush through your healing process only adds to your suffering and leads to constant disappointment. For example, let's say there's a lot of pain in your body and you're trying everything in the book to get rid of it. Underneath that desire to get rid of it is the desire to get to a future moment where that pain is gone. But the problem is, you'll never get there. And because you're trying to get rid of this pain mentally, you're not able to be here where the pain actually exists. You can't heal in the future. Life is happening right now. If you be still and have no desire for anything to change, you'll actually open yourself up to receive the strength to make a change. Because God and all of your power is in the now. And you might understand that mentally, but you need to see that. You need to realize that rushing or desiring some future moment over this very moment doesn't work. Value every moment in life and make being present a priority. Because life isn't happening in the future or the past. It's happening right now. And yes, the present can be uncomfortable, and it's going to be uncomfortable because there are things we don't want to feel. But understanding that healing and pain are not supposed to be comfortable can transform your perspective on pain. Consider that you're undergoing a transformation, because you are. Everything that grows must endure some struggle. Plants push through dirt to reach their full potential, and even bringing life into the world involves pain. Now, pain isn't inherently bad. It's a beautiful process that serves a purpose in our lives if you allow it to. When you face your pain head on and you go through it. On the other side is wisdom. When you embrace your pain, it's like you're leveling up. Instead of running to your distractions, run towards the pain and be excited that you're getting an opportunity to overcome it and grow as a person. And it's not like you have to go through this on your own. God promised to be with us through our trials. In the book of Isaiah, he says, "When you pass through the waters, I will be with you. And when you pass through the rivers, they will not sweep over you. When you walk through the fire, you will not be burned." And yea, sometimes it can feel like God isn't there with us. But this is why it's important to take moments throughout the day to be still and acknowledge Him. Because He's always here in the now. You don't need to worry about if He will be there in the future, because He won't, because He will always be here with you. So, in the whirlwind of life's demands and the constant rush to escape our pain, it's easy to overlook the profound simplicity of being still and present. True healing begins with acceptance of the present moment and trust in God's unwavering presence. By slowing down and embracing where you are now, you open yourself to genuine strength and peace. Remember, God is always with you, not in the elusive future, but here and now. Trust in His timing, find stillness in your heart, and let go of the rush. Your journey towards healing and transformation unfolds in the present, and within this stillness, you will find the resilience to overcome and grow.